WAEN-FM Atlanta. This is Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. Streaming online at BeatBreakRadioFM.com. The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com.
I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me.
Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Listen to Beat Break 87 FM on the go. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app from the app marketplace, including Amazon, Google Play, and the App Store. View photos, videos, and Beat Break 87 shows on your mobile device. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app now for free.
Career tips and info with Coach Mo is brought to you by ftsources.com. Okay, guys, so I have to give you a really good tip today, and I'm pretty sure you already know this, but just in case you don't, LinkedIn profiles. You all have to have a LinkedIn profile. It is a professional platform, and it is the only way that you are going to be seen across millions of other applications and millions of other people that are going for the same job. LinkedIn. Get your profile together. First, you want to go ahead and create one. And remember, the higher level your profile, the more LinkedIn will promote you. Higher level means you go from beginning to intermediate and to expert level to all-star level. And of course, the goal is to be all-star level. And how do you attain all-star level for LinkedIn? Well, it's basically completing your profile in its entirety. So first and foremost, let's talk about the picture. And then as the weeks go by, we'll talk about some other tips for LinkedIn profile all-stars. Well, with your picture, you want it to be plain background, maybe a bright background, nothing dark and shady or gloomy looking. You definitely want to show your entire face. No glasses, nothing covering your face. But at the same time, you don't want it to look like a selfie either. So you want it to be at a good distance that maybe your shoulders are showing in a professional stance. And nothing too relaxed and nothing too sensual. Make sure no one else is in the picture. You want to dress for the position. Not only just dressing for the position, but dress to impress. Dress for the profession that you're trying to attain. And last but not least, show those teeth. Make sure you have a smile in your LinkedIn profile. Okay, guys, this is going to assist you when hiring managers look at your profile. And trust me, they will. As soon as you get the interview, they're going to be looking at your LinkedIn profile to make sure you're a good fit for the company. So again, get your profile pic together, get your LinkedIn profile together in its entirety, and we'll talk more about next steps in the interview process, as well as interview etiquette.
What's up, ATL? Make sure that you check out the D Hill Radio Show every Saturday on Beat Break 87 and BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
When it comes to hip-hop,
don't stop.
R&B, and talk radio, no one does it better than Beat Break 87 FM. The views and opinions expressed on this program does not necessarily reflect those of Beat Break 87 FM, Reach One Communications, volunteers, staff, and management of Reach One Communications.
Who is she?
Who is this woman I keep hearing about?
Who is she? Who is she? The radio diva herself.
Oh my God, are you talking about?
That can't be. Oh, yes, it is, girl.
Wait a minute, that is her.
Yeah, that is her.
Oh my God.
D Hill, everybody.
I have to call somebody. This is amazing.
I still can't believe it's her.
Can I get your autograph?
You ain't making me miss her show. Ain't nobody got time for that. D Hill Radio Show with your host, D Hill.
Keep up the good job, man. You guys are doing a great job. I hope you blow up. and become syndicated.
Call in at 404-355-8699 or 1-866-923-2860. This is D Hill.
Clap your hands. With your host, D Hill.
This is D Hill.
Clap your hands. With your host, D Hill.
Now, here's your host, D Hill.
What's up, ATL? Thank you all for tuning in to the D Hill Radio Show. We got a good show for you. I'm very excited. I got one of my sisters going to be joining us tonight, Miss Stacy Hill. She's going to be sharing with us what all she got going on. We got my girl, Miss Tracy. She's going to be calling in. She's the relationship expert. You know, and you know, when people think about relationship, we think about relationship between a man and a woman, and you know, and a boy and girl. But a relationship expert can be an expert to a relationship between sisters and brothers. You know, family.
Right.
So,
right.
So she's going to be joining us today, and Miss Cinda, she's in with us today, and she's going to fill me in everything that's been going on. See, that's why you should not sleep all day. You miss everything.
Yes, you do.
Wow. So much was going on. I didn't even know. And you know, I felt so embarrassed one time. They was talking about, I forgot the young man's, the guy's name. The one that, I guess Donald Trump gave him a letter or something about Russia. He exposed Donald Trump. And I got so embarrassed. Everybody was...
To my Putin?
Yeah, him. I just see his name all on Facebook, and I got on Facebook and asked Facebook who was he, and they was like, "Are you serious? Are you serious?"
With all this stuff going on, you need to sleep all day.
They was like, "Hello, you in media, you in radio, you should know." I'm like, I don't, and I ain't too embarrassed to say I don't.
Good old Vladimir Putin, the Russian president.
Wow. So, Cinda, we're going to wait for Tracy to call in and give us a little bit advice on, you know, building that healthy relationship. But before we do that, we're going to talk about what in the world is going on in the United States of America.
You know, the racism. My blood was truly boiling. You know, coming off of last week's session last week and talking about taking a stand and what are you willing, you know, to give or lose in the midst of all of that, and then you come right on the heels of what's going on in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Wow.
You know, there was a decision made where it was decided to take down Robert Lee's statue. Okay. And of course you have those that are for it and then those that are against it. Okay. So the ones that were against it wanted to come out and protest the nationalists, the KKK. Okay. And other like groups. And you have those who were, you know, in favor of it to show the support of it. Okay. However, this protest became very violent, very quick. And we're talking, what is that, pepper spray. We're talking hitting people with sticks, with bottles, rocks being thrown, even at the police who were there simply trying to keep order. Wow. Then you have this person, and he's sitting and observing from a distance. And he's contemplating his next move is what I say it is. Then he decides to drive his car into the group. And one person lost their lives, but you have dozens that are injured and dozens that were bleeding. And then you have the person who is in position to lead the United States to get on and make a statement about we're ready if they need us. And what do you mean if they need you? You don't see the chaos? Wow. You said one vital thing. You said a person in position to lead, but not qualified.
And that will always be my stand.
And I'm with you.
He is in position.
He's in position, but not qualified. So why is he even there?
Because he spoke. To me, he spoke on what this
nation really wanted. He spoke on the emotions of the people. And what he did was he uncovered something that was already there, which was a separatist state, period. You how do you conquer? You divide them, and then you will begin to conquer. So, and that's exactly what he's doing. While I feel that our nation was already divided somewhat, definitely by racism. Now you have this person who is speaking on that, and he's pumping and filling and feeding the egos and the momentum of those who wants to keep it in that state.
Yeah. But it never went away. What he basically did was he got position where he could bring it back alive to the state, to the level where it's always been. One thing about it is racism and greed and bigotry is always been
that has
here.
always been in existence.
We at one point overlooked it like it was okay, like everything was all right. But it is never. It's always been it has always been.
And it's going to always be present. It's going to always be present. But then you have to. At what point do you say enough is enough? Because just a month ago. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not exact with the date, but just a month ago, 45 was talking about sending in the National Guard into the city of Chicago. But you're talking about sending a military in to wipe out what you feel is corrupt. And I agree that there are some corrupt areas, but at the same time, you're looking at the chaos. You're watching very upsetting video. You're watching it, and then you just say, "We're ready if you need us." At what point do you realize that order is needed?
Order was needed in 1965. Order was needed during the Civil Rights era. Order has been needed for a very long time. Order just didn't start to become a need when number 45 took office. We've been needing order for a very long time. And I think the problem is we're missing the message. We're missing, we and I say we as black people, we need to wake up and realize what's going on. See, white folks not sleeping, we are. We don't want to sleep. Yeah. We can get on here and we can talk about, we got da. At the end of the day, what are we going to do for change? What are we going to do to make it come alive? That we want to move things to make things happen. What are we going to do other than talk about it?
Well, the thing is that we're not talking. And I don't think that we're asleep. We're just not saying nothing. We're afraid to say something because we feel that we're going to lose something. So now is the time, more than ever, if now is the time for us to take on the Colin Kaepernick mentality, the Colin Kaepernick attitude. He stood for something. Well, he kneeled for something. And he didn't bend. He didn't waver on it. And what is being played out, even in the media and amongst the NFL teams, that's okay. That's okay because they realize that he's a threat. And what they need to understand is that we as black people, we're threats too. That's why they came and wiped out the entire community, Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Because they know that we are a threat. And the only way that they can continue to be in a superior position is if they keep us divided. You divide a nation, you conquer the nation. But let us unite. And they're going to have.
But when you say keep us divided, do you mean us as black people divided? Because we do a great job of keeping ourselves divided. We crabs in a barrel for one another.
They give us the resources, and we just simply take those resources and we take those tools and we use them. You take,
but you said divide. We do a great job keeping ourselves divided. So what are we going to do to unify and bring us together, bring us closer together?
That's the question that we need to ask ourselves.
Before we get the respect that we need from them. We got to work on us first and stop worrying about what they think and how they feel. You understand what I'm saying? Who cares about what they think and how they feel about keeping us divided? What about us? What are we going to do to bring us together? What are we going to do to have each other's back? Okay. What are we going to do to make change for us in our communities? So that's just what I'm asking.
Let me ask you this. Do you all think that there will ever be a change in the black community?
There was once a change.
There was once a change.
Back then.
During the Civil Rights era, those people had heart. Okay. They didn't have a problem with, making... They got out there and they fought. They wanted better for the next generation. Okay. They wanted better for their grandkids and their kids. They didn't have a problem with being ate up by the dogs and the water hose on them. See, now our people not finna get out here and fight for nothing because they're not trying to die for the cause. Okay. They'll die for them Jordans. You know, like I told you earlier, they'll die for those Jordans. You know, they'll die, to get their hair done, but they're not trying to die for a purpose and a reason. And a purpose is the cause. Okay. And the cause is to unify us to make us a better people. See, this is what we need. This is what we need.
It's exactly what we need.
We can't worry. You know, my thing is we spend too much time worrying about what other people think and what other races feel about us. Who gives a hell? I don't care. I'm worried about what we think for one another. When are we going to stop knocking each other, being crabs in the barrel for one another? You know, when we going to link arms together and get out here and do what we have to do to save us and save ours? This is what we need to be focused on and concentrate on. Not worrying about what they think. White folks been studying us for hundreds of years. They know what make us tick and what make us click. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to study us and do what we have to do to stand up and make things better for us. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry, but you know, they take you there. They really do. they take you there.
The reason I ask because it's like so many town hall meetings going on, you know, and people want to have a workshop on, you know, let's get together and try to build this and try to build that. But it's like I still don't see any difference, you know. And people keep comparing us to the people back, you know, when Martin Luther King was marching. But like, you know, Stacey was saying, it's not the same.
No, it's definitely not the same. Well, the thing is that one, what I see and only what I've been witness to in corporate America is that you will have Joe, vice president here, and he has his front line, call center, help desk, what have you. Okay. He have his front line here. He don't know how to relate. He don't even know how to approach a culture that's there, because it's mainly us that's on the front line to sit behind the desk. Oh yeah, this is so and so. How may I help you? Okay, so now what you do is you take one of them that's in the pool, and then you put them in a position of authority. Not even a position of power, a position of authority. And the authority is not even that much. You're just writing up a piece of paper. Yeah. So now Sally Joe thinks that, okay, well, I'm in this position. Now I am above. Now, she's bad and bougie. She thinks that, hey, I'm this and I'm that. And because now she's not who she used to be when she was on step one, now you have a pool that is really not liking her. But then you have Joe VP continuing to feed her the little bread dusts, because it ain't even crumbs, the bread dusts. And she keeps buying into it. You know, so you give them a little title, you give them a little authority, and a few pennies added on to what they're already making. Now she sees no need to further her education or to gain more wisdom outside of that, because she feels she's made it. Okay.
That's a psychological mindset.
It is. It is
a psychological mindset. I mean, that's a bunch of BS. Who cares about a position? I mean,
you know who cares? A lot of people that are in those positions. That's who care. I see it every single day. Even now in the job that I'm in, I see it every day. I've seen it in past jobs.
And you're right. And when you spoke about you touched on education. Let's talk about the closing of the schools in the inner cities and these major cities across the country. Why are they closing our schools? Why are they closing our schools? Because education is a threat to them. Once you educate us as a people, we thrive and we become better. So now what they're doing, you go from major city, from one city to another. What they're doing, they're closing all the schools so we can no longer educate our kids to make them better and productive citizens for society. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, again, crabs in the barrel.
Crabs in the barrel mentality.
The mentality that we have towards one another. So what are we going to do to unify us as a people to make things better and stop worrying about us as an individual? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the mentality that we have for each other is only a mirror of the mentality that we have for ourselves. I can't help you if I'm not first helping myself. So when I think more of me, then I can think more of you. Yeah. When I think more of me, when I do more for me, then I can do more for you.
Yeah, you gotta love you first.
So
love somebody
it starts with self. And until we get to the point where we're just determined, you know what, I'm gonna stand for this. Going back to Colin, love you, boy. Going back to Colin. Until we stand for something and we're willing to lose something for it, I honestly don't see us progressing any further.
No. Okay. And they don't. And most of our people, and when I say our people, I'm speaking of the black community. Don't want to give up nothing, but they're ready to reap them benefits. Now there's still 100 of you out there. Go on out there and make change. Go on out there and get everything together. You do the marching, you do the sweating and whatever. And once y'all done to get the benefits ready, I'm ready to reap the benefits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. That they will do. You know what I'm saying? That they will do.
Okay. Yeah. So, if you don't think enough of yourself to go out and vote, then to make change, then really, where are we going?
Yeah, that's true.
You invest in a $300 weed, but you can't even put $10 into a $529 for your child's college education.
Yeah. But then once you cast that vote, after you cast that vote, what action are you going to take then to make change? Because voting is just not enough. You got to get up off that couch. You got to take some action behind that vote. You got to hold these people accountable that are in office. We can go and vote every time you have an election, but if you go, oh girl, I went and cast my vote. Oh, okay, all right. I got to go back to the house and go and make dinner or whatever. So what are you going to do to hold these people that you put in position and vote for accountable for what they're doing?
Responsibility and accountability. I talk about it all the time.
That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. We got to stop talking about it. We got to be about it.
Well, hey, sisters, I'm ready. I'm always ready. You know what? We have Tracy Small who's on the line who's going to be talking to us about relationship. But after we get finished with her, we definitely need to come back and continue this subject. And I wish that this conversation we're having, I wish we had some men in here to chime in on this conversation. I wish we had some brothers up here to chime on this conversation because black men don't know they play a very important part in this as well.
Oh, they know that they play a role. That's why they're killing them. So they know that their role is very important. That's why they're gunning them down every chance they get. So they know the importance of their role.
Yeah. Brother, you want to say something? Okay. All right. I'm like, no, he ain't finna get into that. Hey, Tracy.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How y'all spectacular ladies doing on this evening?
Oh, good, Tracy. How are you?
Bless, baby.
Oh, my God, D, who is that young lady? She is a powerball. Is that like your blood sister?
Oh, no. We just have the same last name, honey. Hill. You know, all Hills are like that. All of them.
She's a powerball.
Yes, she is. All right, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I kind of chimed in at the very end of what you guys were talking about, but I think it's so relevant to the topic of relational matters. Okay. And like you said earlier when we first started, immediately when people think in terms of relationships, we're thinking husband, wife, fiance, boyfriend, girlfriends, but that's just the very tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
And what even is even more important is the ones that we share that are platonic, with the girls, with the boys,
with the
parents, with your colleagues, and, just to hear Ms. Hill elaborate on, not just be about it, not just talk about it, but be about it. It's like, what are we going to do, and what solutions are we going to put in place so that we can enhance relationships among ourselves? I mean, because if we come together, we are such a powerball.
Oh, yes, definitely.
You mentioned the black man.
Yes.
They're being alleviated because they are so powerful, and it's just getting to the conceptualization that we hold the power and we are powerful and we are unstoppable. But, it's all about building that relational block in order to even get to the next level in life. And, like, Ms. Hill said, we're just so busy, trying to worry and be concerned about who's going to get, the best looking Jordans. Like you said, you will run out, you will die and go to that store. Wait until the doors are open. You're knocking folks down to get to those Jordans for your kid or for yourself. But how much will our people stand together to make the change and to bring about the change in our lives?
Tracy, I don't want to cut you off, but a coworker of mine went to this beauty supply store in Stone Mountain the other day. Yeah. And the sale they had was buy one weave and get one for 1 cent. Or get one free. Yeah. She said she had to leave because that line was so long.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
To me, that was just so embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's pathetic. It's like, even though we prioritize things differently as human beings because we all are individuals.
Yes.
So at some point, we've got to have that dialogue. We've got to come together and have that conversation and be on one accord to see and bring about change and just collaborate.
Yes.
And say, okay, these are the things that we're going to put as top priority as our relationships. Not who's going to be driving the best Bentley or not who's going to be driving the best, Mercedes-Benz or who's got the biggest house on the block. It's not even all about that. All that stuff is so insignificant when it comes to building relationships amongst ourselves and not being so consumed about, oh, wow, she's hot, she's bad. Okay, the sister look good, she's riding good, give her a compliment. Don't be hating and mean mugging her. What is that all about?
Yeah.
We're so materialistic when it comes to us as black people, and at some point, we've got to wake up and
black women. Yeah, black women. We must do better by one another. We've got to learn to do that.
Exactly. So, I mean, the fact that you guys were, talking about relationships and building, this is just pretty much on point and on target about the fundamentals, just the basic nuggets that we're needing as a people to build it. We've got to first realize the importance of it. And once we grasp that is important, then we do something about it. But until that happens and until it gets into our mindset that this is what we want to see change, as we're building relationships, it's null and void. We're talking with spinning wheels and things. Unfortunately, when will it happen?
Yes.
It has to start like today. And I'm just gung-ho for it. If you guys want to get together, collaborate, and figure out how we can do this conference or whatever it's going to take to empower one another and get our black man in on this too, I'm all game and all for it. We've got to build this relationship.
All right. Tracy, thank you so much for calling in. Wow.
You're more than welcome. You ladies have a spectacular night. Evening. Be safe.
All right, you two. And we have a caller that has called in, want to weigh in on this subject that we're talking about. Hi, caller. How are you?
Hey, D Hill. I don't know everybody's name in the studio, so I know D and who are the other two?
Stacy Hill and Miss Cinda.
Okay. All right. So I'm following what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm not clear on where it is that you wish a black man would come in on the conversation. What aspect do you think a black male perspective could contribute to it?
For just giving his opinion on, what's going on, the vital role that he plays in everything that's, been happening.
As far as the political realm or as far as relationships between black men and the family?
Definitely black men in the family. Definitely that.
Okay. Well, that's the easiest one to deal with, okay? So I'll deal with that one right there, all right? I'm a father of three.
Okay.
I'm a father of five, but of the five, 3 of them are boys, okay? 12, 14, and 16. I employ 5 black men who are already out of the 8 people that I employ, and they all have families, okay? So I'm connecting them. They all have families, all right? And 9 of my closest business partners are men that are between 38 and 47.
Okay.
Okay. And I graduated from an all-black male school, so I know a whole bunch of black males. Okay. And I've been on teams my whole life, athletic teams. And so with that reference in mind, what does the black male contribute to the family? The black it varies. It varies as to where they are, where their position is in the family. As fathers, the contribution should be to teach and contribute to the ancestry of both parents, meaning the mother's side of the family if you've made children with her, and your own side of the family, meaning that you have to improve on what your ancestry has contributed to you that's healthy, try to correct where you can what your ancestry has contributed to you in a negative way, and try to maintain what just needs to be maintained in order to appreciate for the next group behind, make a spring. That's the black male father's responsibility to his ancestry and the woman's ancestry, because those kids share both of those ancestries. As a parent,
I agree.
Also, as a parent, you're a debt to society, meaning the American society, because the way our predominantly capitalist system, which is not totally capitalist, is predominantly capitalist, and I always have to tell people that because we have public school, well, I don't have to tell you, but because we have public schools, public libraries, county hospitals, and welfare programs, those are all part of socialist components to help our predominantly capitalist system work.
Okay.
And our system is set up in such a way that they want everybody they can contribute to it, when they're able to contribute to it, and you're supposed to treat it as a debt to society, a debt to improve society, and that as a father is part of the responsibility. And we're speaking in reference to family, okay? And then you have an assumed debt, assuming again if you have children, whether you made them or adopted them, you have an assumed debt to the day-to-day well-being of that person's physical well-being, academic well-being, and to some degree emotional well-being. You really don't have a full debt to somebody's emotional well-being because their emotions vary. Okay, so those are the contributions that a black male father and a black male husband, or just somebody that you're just down with, a woman, assuming you're heterosexual. Okay. Be a good teammate.
Exactly. That's so true. Exactly. So true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What she does well, learn how to do it. What you do well, try to encourage her to learn how to do it.
So true.
Exactly. Well. And what you don't do well, make sure that you pick the teammate that can offset what you don't do well, whether you want to get better at it or not. Mm-hmm. But those I would say are the contributions right there. I caught what you said. I don't want to dominate this as far as my description, so I'd like you to give me some feedback. But I caught what you said about, because they're trying to kill y'all at every step. Well, that's not really true.
But you talk like a true Republican.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a Republican.
Yeah, you talk like you represent the Republican side.
How do you define a Republican?
I mean, you talk very strong about the business aspect of hiring the people that you hire in the way. I'm just sitting here. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm wrong. That's fine. I'm wrong. But you just sound like you just talk like a true Republican.
No, I'm not Republican.
Oh, okay.
I'm not Republican or Democrat. Mm-hmm. I have conservative fiscal habits. But on the social, as far as social things go in the country, I'm probably lean more toward a liberal concept of life. So that's where I would say the black male as a father and a good teammate, whether it be a husband or not, contributes to the conversation that you guys were talking about. Do you find something that I said that is in contradiction to what you believe?
No, I mean, you really actually hit it on the nail. We want to thank you so much for, calling in, sharing that with us. And it's so funny because last week I just posted on my Facebook page, black people, are we teaching our kids about our history?
Right.
Because I know even that things that I'm finding out now that should have been taught, and nothing against my parents, I have some of the best parents, that should have been taught in our household. Right. Because the only thing I was taught in school was that, I was a slave and we was at the bottom of the ship.
And believe it or not, they're actually trying to take that out of the school textbooks. You know what I'm saying? They're actually fighting it in Texas as we speak, the first state. They're actually trying to strip that out, where our people can't learn about slavery. They don't want them to know about any of that. But you want us to turn on the TV today and look at where they're fighting about Robert E. Lee's statue. Yeah. But you don't want our people to know about how y'all did such a disservice to us as bringing us over here and treating us like animals. Yeah. But you want us to honor Robert E. Lee's statue. Wow. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like these old folks say, it's deep, honey. So we got another caller. Hi, caller. How are you?
No more calls?
Okay, they hung up. All right. Going back to what Tracy was saying about unity, I remember when that first happened with Mike Vick about the dogs and everything. And Coca-Cola dropped him. And me and about 3 co-workers, it was my suggestion, said that we wasn't going to go to the cafeteria and buy any Coke. Even though it was only 3 of us that did it. It just felt so good. It felt so good.
It does. It feels good. But then Kaepernick take a knee to stand on what he believed because of the killing of the black men in his country. And then the team go and bring somebody out of retirement and give them a $10 million contract for them to come back and play. But then you couldn't sign Kaepernick because he took a knee because he's standing and believing what he's doing because you killing us as a people.
What you wouldn't stand for and what you wouldn't lose.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm talking about? So, I mean, it's like, either way it goes, do we win? But we keep fighting.
Yeah.
We have to keep fighting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but look at how they do. Look at how they do. When I was watching today, when they were in Charlottesville, Virginia, watching today, right? It took forever for the police to get out there. There was no police presence in the first hour of the chaos. There was no police presence at all. In Ferguson, as soon as they came out there, it was the military, it was the police, and they were ready to take any necessary force they have to take against the black people. But you got a bunch of white people out there today fighting and carrying on and slapping each other and just punching each other, and it took them 2 hours to get the police out there. You see what I'm saying? So it's very visible to see what we're living and what's happening in our country. It's very visible for us to see as a people. Okay. The problem is, when are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up? When we going to start showing each other some love enough to the point where we say, hey, you know what? Time out. Time out. We got to do better than this.
You want to weigh in?
My question is, for all this to work, somewhere we're going to have to trust each other.
We got to trust each other.
We as a people have a problem.
We have a problem. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And deservingly so, we have underhanded each other for so long.
Right.
So,
but it didn't just start.
How do we come to first start to trust someone?
Right. Right.
So that we can come together and do all of this.
Can I tell you where we start?
Yeah.
We start. Let's bring it in. Start with self.
Okay.
Let's bring it back to the house.
Okay.
Let's start with women. Stop dogging your men and telling them you don't need them. Going back to the brother that called in his point about the public assistance and the county assistance that we need. They give that to the women, and then when the women feel like, oh, I'm getting $235 a month, but Jimmy was only giving me $150. Now you turn around and you tell Jimmy, I don't need you.
Well, anytime, but first of all, let's be honest.
Now you're dividing a home.
Anytime a woman says she don't need a man, she crazy. Unless
she lying.
Unless she love women, then that's a whole different story.
She's lying.
But anytime a woman make a general statement talking about she don't need a man, then, we were put here for that. We were put here for that.
That's
what I'm saying. Unless her preference is another woman.
Truth. That is the truth of the matter, though.
Yeah.
When you have someone that says, I can, I don't need you, tell my son, okay, well, then now the attitude or the mentality of the man is, okay, well, if she don't need me, then I'll get on. So now the accountability, the responsibility for your child is still there, but who's taking on that responsibility?
That's not the attitude in the new man. The attitude in the new man now is, if you don't want to do what I want you to do, there's 6 or 7 or 8 others out there that will. Because see, here's the deal. It's enough single women out here for that one man to maneuver through. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do right. Okay, I'll leave you and I'll go to her. If she ain't doing right, I'll leave her and go to her. Because women have made it that simple and easy for men to feel that way.
Well, my problem is, why can't I have this one woman that I need to support me when I'm down, give me the strength when I'm down, and allow me to do the same to her, so that and I absolutely know the answer to this question. Society and things,
society has made it this way
because y'all are so much stronger now than y'all were because of
society and us being in jail. We didn't have a choice but to become strong in order to take care of the families.
Exactly right. So now, back to this whole trust thing again.
Okay.
When do we become man and woman? This is what I'm talking about, man and woman right now. When does man and woman, black man and woman, start to trust and rely on each other once again, so we can build up our family, so that we can start setting the example that we need to be, so that, like I say, it starts at home. So if my family is up and we build in my family, we go out to the next family and start helping that family become stronger, then we become a community. When do we get that back?
Once people realize that there's a problem and seek some counseling and go to counsel.
But that means
start realizing there's a problem and come out of denial. So many of us are in denial about love relationships in the black community. It's so much denial right now. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I have a women's organization called Confident Woman. And it's 24,000 women on my group, in my group. And I dialogue with them every day. You have sisters out here and white women as well are in the group, and they do the same thing, that are just settling for whatever a man do just to say they have a man in their world. Yeah. They accept the fact that he see other women. They accept the fact that he's father other kids by other women. But you don't want to let go of that. So see, you got to first love you in order to love somebody else.
Exactly.
So you need to get you some help and get you some counseling so somebody can love you. And until you do that, it's going to be the way it is. And we're going to be at zero, ground zero, which is where we are now.
Can I be honest? This is me. You know, this is D Hill. Some days I'm pumped up. I want to support my black folks. Black folks, come on, let's get it. But then when you got my own folks robbing and, taking stuff out my house that they didn't purchase, D Hill feeling another way. D Hill feeling like, forget y'all black folks.
I can agree with you there. I can agree with you there. When you go down 20 West, and you're going on that side of town, the potholes on the streets, it's just crazy, right? Yeah. But then when you travel 400 north, you're going to Roswell, or you're going to Alpharetta, the streets are paved really quickly. So the thing is that when you go on one side, and this is me, when you go on one side, you find people that become products of their environment. Okay. So the potted holes and the metal plates that are in the street, people feel as though they don't deserve anything better than that.
Because they don't want to hold people accountable. Okay. But you don't want to hold people accountable.
And accountability
you
is where it is.
But you're not holding them accountable for what they need to do. See, let me tell you something about the other side of the town. See, they're going to get out there and hold their representatives accountable. They're going to go down to that office. They're going to send emails. They're going to send phone calls. But we can't because we too busy. See, we too busy.
But then when
we can't come out and march in front of the state capitol because we too busy. We got other things that we have to do. But them folks on the other side of the track, they're going to make sure their streets are paved with gold. They're going to make sure everything is where it needs to be because they're going to go down there and they're going to be in that congressman's face. They're going to be in that state representative face 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, if it takes. And they'll take time off from their job to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Of course they will.
They'll take time off from the job. So we sit up again. We sitting up and we be worried about and talking about what they're doing. But the question is, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What we going to
do? To me, I mean, what is there to do? That's the first
do the same thing they doing to get some results.
What is there to do? But when you have people who don't care about their surroundings, then you start having people that don't really care about themselves. And then when you have people who don't care about themselves, they really don't care about other people. So they're going to continue to take what you got because guess what? They don't care. Yeah. They don't have anything to lose. And the most dangerous person to interact and to mingle with is a person who has nothing to lose. I don't fool with people. And a lot of them, unfortunately, are Black people. I don't fool with folk who don't have anything to lose because that tells me you gives two rats bottoms about what I have to lose.
But see, you have to be the example for them. Even the ones that don't want to, you feel like they don't want to. A lot of times people may come off and have the energy like they really don't want to and they're not interested. And all that same time, they taking heed of everything you say.
Not necessarily
they taking heed of everything you say.
Sometimes you have to move on. Sometimes you have to move on. You can't sit in
the... That might be one out. Be 1 out of 20 that you got to leave behind. But the other 19 will follow you. If you're setting a positive example, if you're doing something constructive and it's changing things, you might leave one behind, maybe two.
You have to move on. In any instance, you can't just be stagnant and be complacent where you are. You have to move, and then your truth is going to move with you. And those that want to come along will come along. They will come, hey, I need you for this, I need you for that. And sometimes we have to anticipate the needs of our brothers and sisters. So we have to sometimes reverse, turn back but for a moment, but then come right back out if you decide to stay here. Because this is what you want for your future. It's not what I want for mine. Yeah. So I have to keep it moving. And this is where I am if you decide you want to come along. I'm more than willing to help. But if you decide that you want to stay here, deuces, holla at you, see you later.
But the need for our brothers and sisters right now is to unify as a people and to have each other's back and have each other's best interests at hand. That's the need for us right now. We got to unify.
It's a great need.
We
for
got
us,
to unify.
but
so
it
we
has
got
to
to get out here
somewhere.
I have Confident Woman. We host a Confident Woman, Courageous Man. We hosting a major event in October. Saturday, October the 21st.
Your event.
Saturday, October the 21st. We hold an event at Carrie Steele Pitts Home where we give out awards for the people in the community that are doing positive things. We recognize these people so they will know that their work is not in vain, and we appreciate what they're doing. Because let's be honest, 90% of us are not going to get to Black Girls Rock. 90% of us are not going to be on BET. 90% of us are not going to go to the NAACP Awards or the Image Awards. But there are people out here such as myself and Dr. DeAndre Pickett that care about the work that the people are doing. So we're going to provide a platform and let y'all know we care by awarding y'all for what y'all do in the community. See, they follow by example. You give a good example, the people will come. I'm telling you, they will come. If
and I agree.
It's almost like if you feed them, they'll come.
And where's your event is going to be held again?
It's going to be held at the Carrie Steele Pitts Home for Kids.
Okay.
Saturday, October the 21st. You can go to eventbrite.com and look up Confident Woman, Courageous Man's Award 2017. We're going to start the red carpet, the purple carpet will start at 5 o'clock, and the award show will start at 6. And it's food and everything. I mean, it's like you have to sacrifice something to get something. I decided 3 years ago that I was going to make a sacrifice to show my people that we care about what they do. You know, I care about that cafeteria worker. I care about that educator that had to spend her money to buy school supplies. I care about the sanitation workers. I care about the janitorial worker at the hospital. They need to know that they're cared about. And when you let these people know that, you'll be surprised at the results you get.
Wow. Okay, and it starts at 5 p.m. How much are the tickets?
The tickets are $35, or you get 2 for $60.
All right, 2 for $60. Okay, I'm definitely planning on being there because it sounds like a very, very great event. You've been doing this for 3 years because you got a lot of other stuff going on too.
I have a gazillion of other things going on, but it'll take us the whole hour for us to go over everything that's happening and everything we do because we're always in the community.
Yeah,
you know, we're constantly in the community. I host town hall meetings. Dr. F. Keith Slaughter, who's the pastor of the Beloved Community Church in the Pittsburgh area of Atlanta. He's also the morning show host for WAOK, the sister station of V103. He allowed me to partner with him and his wife, First Lady Slaughter, back in February. So every other month I hold town hall meetings at his church. We have one coming up August the 26th at 5 o'clock, bringing in the mayors that are running for candidates. You know, the candidates that are running for mayor, candidates that are running for city council. See, you have to put yourself in position. You know, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time. But you have to sacrifice and have the passion about showing love for your people to get some results.
Okay.
But you can't show love for people unless you love yourself.
I love me, boo.
It starts.
I love me all day, every day.
And that's what we.
And let me tell you, I done been on chemo and everything. You understand what I'm telling you? I done been on chemo. I've done it. I love me. You know what I'm
but
saying?
you're one out of how many?
Oh, and I know how
where
much
does
people
it
love
start?
themselves.
So where does it start? That's where it starts. It starts with self.
Oh, excuse me. So we have a caller. Hi, caller. How are you?
Good evening, ladies. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, this is Avery. Remember back in the day of Jim Crow segregation, we had the black pages, and you know the history of the black pages. They wouldn't allow us to advertise our businesses in the yellow pages.
Right. Yeah.
The white business pages. And I don't care where in this country you from. I don't care if you're in Chicago, Detroit, New York.
You couldn't advertise your business. You had a black business, correct? You couldn't do that.
Right. Every business in this country was in the black pages, and we was doing quite well.
Right.
We were doing our own thing because
they
wouldn't allow us to fraternize or do business with them.
That's right.
We found out that we was doing our own thing and taking care of our own. That's when they took over. They destroyed Black Wall Street.
That's right. Yeah.
And you ever heard the group called the Greenwood Archer Pine Street Band?
Yep.
The Gap Band?
Yep.
When they wrote that song called You Dropped the Bomb on Me?
There you go.
That's what they're talking about.
That's what they're talking about. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. Talking about.
Exactly.
And I tell these folks out here, man, you know, I hate to say this, but when Malcolm, Martin, and Medgar, they're rolling in their graves right now because we're not doing what we're supposed to.
You're right.
We're not doing what we're supposed to do as a people. That's right.
civil rights, not the civil rights. We got the civil rights, but the civil rights, the economics, we spend
And the human rights. We need the human rights. Don't forget that. That's very important.
We spend $1.4 trillion in this country.
That's right.
Of those $1 billion in the Metro Atlanta area, and what do we have to show for it? It's real sad that we keep perpetuating this lie about the Black Mecca. And I have to correct people. I say, hey, we don't control not one skyscraper downtown.
Not one.
Not one.
Not one. But if you target your money, you can say what you want to say about boycott. When they did that boycott in Montgomery for over 365 days, see, when you start targeting the money and the people in power about the money, you will get some results.
Okay, Stacey, but how long ago that was? That
was in 66, 67. But at the end of the day, money. It don't matter what. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. We talked about that last week. Money talks.
We target that money.
Money talks.
If we decide this year that we're going to boycott Christmas and black folks not spend a dime in these stores, I guarantee you come January 1st, they're going to want to have some town hall meetings. They're going to want to have some city council meetings. They're going to want to know what's on y'all agenda. What can we do to help y'all? Because they want that money. But we got to see that. We as a people have to see that.
And like I stated earlier, we have to start owning some stuff. We got to take care of our own. We got to start, because we got the Rothschilds, we got the Kennedy family,
DuPonts, Rockefellers, all of them. They control the country. They control this country. But see, you don't hear people talking about them, right? Because you don't see them. See, you don't see the Rockefeller. You don't see the Rothschild and the DuPonts. You don't see them. And they the backbone behind this country. They run everything, even the president. But don't nobody know that, though, so.
Well, in closing, I'm going to say this. The rich do not hang with the poor. And I tell anybody, I don't care nothing about what, like I stated earlier, these prominent families, they ain't coming down to the southwest side of town. They're not coming to the hood. They're not coming to the project for the ghetto. Oh. Thank you for taking my call, and y'all have a good weekend.
Oh, have a great weekend, Avery. Yeah, he's right. Like he said, the rich don't hang with the poor.
They sure don't.
The rich don't hang with the poor.
At all.
We got to come together and make things happen for ourselves. The same way they had Black Wall Street, you think we can't get that back?
I know we can. I hope we can. And you know what? Someone sent me a tape a couple of months ago. Matter of fact, I still have the tape of the last survivor that was in the Black Wall Street.
Yeah, she did an interview a month or so ago.
Yeah.
One of the ladies, she did an interview a month or so ago.
And I'm hoping that Tyler Perry and other producers, they need to make movies about situations like that so these young kids could know our black history. Even like what walking across the bridge, Thelma. What was that? Was
Selma?
Selma,
Alabama.
Selma.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that until the movie came out. I should have been knew about that. I didn't know about that until the movie came out.
But then Tyler Perry, don't get me wrong, he does well, but he's bought and paid.
Okay,
he's bought and paid.
Okay, other producers.
Tyler Perry bought and paid.
Okay,
we're going to have to have some real... I don't want to say it like that.
Okay,
but we have to have some real power to the people, Angela Davis type of people to come out and make movies about us.
And you know what? They definitely need to make a movie on Angela Davis.
That's what I'm talking about.
You want to say something, brother? Okay, now you say you're going to get in it.
He said, I'm not getting in that.
All right. So time went by so fast. This
time always go by fast.
I know.
But let me talk to the Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook. I'm here with D Hill. This is the D Hill Radio Show and her friend, her host. So we are here in the studio with D Hill Radio Show tonight because everybody's like, where are you? Why are you there? What you doing? But I just wanted to come live and let you guys know what we're doing and that women do come together in dialogue to make a difference. So don't never underestimate us regardless of what's going on. And I love you guys.
Yeah. So did you tell us about your women's group on Facebook?
About the Confident Woman women's group, Confident Woman, yep, they know about that. And I also have a Confident Woman online magazine that we started the first of the year. So I have the online magazine, we have the event coming in October, we do town hall meetings, we do meet and greets. I mean, we do it all.
We do it all. Okay, we have another caller. Hi, caller, how are you?
Just in case this comes up as a topic again, in case y'all haven't done this already on your own,
yes,
the United States Library of Congress has about 5 to 10 hours worth of audio of former slaves talking that Eleanor Roosevelt back in the 30s.
Okay,
a bunch of, y'all know about this?
Yeah, I know about it. Yeah.
Okay, well you could tell them the long hand. I'll give them the short hand. If you could pull it up. You don't have to go to D.C. to get them.
Right.
And they sat down and they interviewed a bunch of former slaves. Naturally they were old people because it was the 30s. Okay, but their memories were pretty tight. If you listen to say 3 or 4 hours of these people just talking matter of factly about where they came from as far as the slavery,
it'll change your life.
That will give you a lot more insight about Black Wall Street. And then you can move forward in your understanding of today, where more than 85% of the black population is in the middle class.
Yep.
So we're united.
Yep.
We're just not as united as we could be.
As we used to be. From. Exactly. You're
talk
exactly
to him
right.
about it. Talk to him about it. Let him, the one that just said she's hip to him.
Yeah, let's chop it up. We're running out of time today, but I mean, I'd be happy to come back and we can always chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
But make sure y'all listen to him first.
Okay. Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours. Yeah.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay. And also have to remember one thing: pro-black does not mean anti-white. Just because you love your people, just because we love our people, doesn't mean that we hate another race. I was not raised to be racist towards anybody because of the color of their skin. But I love my people. You understand what I'm saying? And I have mixed nieces, nephews running around in the family. So pro-black does not mean anti-white. It just doesn't mean that.
Yeah. You know, with the documentary that he's talking about, I saw that. I think that Samuel L. Jackson, his wife, Oprah Winfrey, I think all of them played a part in it. Yeah, and I think everybody should have
But you can go to the Library of Congress, like he said, and there's so much history on us that we need to... Like the African American Museum in D.C., we need to be telling our kids about this. Our kids need to know. The grandkids, your niece and nephews, great niece and nephews. I don't have children, but I have nieces and nephews. And I try to keep them educated on everything that's going on because they need to know the history of our people. We can do better as a people, but we've got to open up our minds. We've got to want to do it, and we got to embrace it.
Definitely. All right, so we got 2 more minutes. So, Senator, anything else you want to say, you want to add?
Just a question, thought-provoking question. Am I willing to be inconvenienced? Because when you start taking a stand, when you start moving forward for a better cause, you're going to be inconvenienced because the things that you're doing now, you're not going to be able to do those when you want to make a change. So boycotting, not buying anything on Christmas, what am I willing to sacrifice? It goes back to the question last week. What am I going to stand for? What am I willing to lose? It's like when you put your child on punishment. That child is just not on restriction because if you say little Timmy can't go to the movies, guess what? Then you can't go to the movies either. So are you willing to put yourself and it is a form of discipline, but are you willing to be inconvenienced for the cause?
That's right.
All right, Stacey.
Got to get
anything you want to add?
Hey, thanks, Dee, for having me.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
You know you're coming back, right?
I'll come back. Anytime you want me to come back, just let me know. I'll come back and... Hey, I just want to tell all the callers, the Confident Woman, Courageous Man Awards, Saturday, August the 21st at the Carrie Steele Pitts Home for Kids. October the 21st, Carrie Steele Pitts Home for Kids. And we're having it there this year to bring recognition to that facility for funding. We want people to understand about this orphanage. It's one of the oldest black orphanages in the country. Okay. And we want people to understand. People don't know the history. Yeah,
we got to support that.
So get your tickets, come on out, let's have a blast, have a good time.
Okay, I'll definitely be sharing it on my
Next Saturday,
Facebook
I'll be at Marlowe's Tavern down off West Peachtree too at 5 o'clock.
Okay, you want us to join you?
Come on, girl.
All right. I'll be there. But our time is up. Man, that went by fast. So y'all got to come back because I want to talk about this pastor, his wife, stepped down from First Lady. And he was up there laughing. He asked her for a divorce. So while she was, did y'all all see that?
Nah.
So he was up there laughing while she was.
I'm not surprised.
We got to come back and talk about that. I want to know how my girls feel about that.
All
so
right.
we definitely got to come back and talk about that. So I want to thank you all for tuning in.
Let's chop it up.
Tuning in to DD Here Radio Show.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Career tips and info with Coach Mo is brought to you by ftsources.com. Okay, guys, so I have to give you a really good tip today, and I'm pretty sure you already know this, but just in case you don't, LinkedIn profiles. You all have to have a LinkedIn profile. It is a professional platform, and it is the only way that you are going to be seen across millions of other applications and millions of other people that are going for the same job. LinkedIn. Get your profile together. First, you want to go ahead and create one. And remember, the higher level your profile, the more LinkedIn will promote you. Higher level means you go from beginning to intermediate and to expert level to all-star level. And of course, the goal is to be all-star level. And how do you attain all-star level for LinkedIn? Well, it's basically completing your profile in its entirety. So first and foremost, let's talk about the picture. And then as the weeks go by, we'll talk about some other tips for LinkedIn profile all-stars. Well, with your picture, you want it to be plain background, maybe a bright background, nothing dark and shady or gloomy looking. You definitely want to show your entire face. No glasses, nothing covering your face. But at the same time, you don't want it to look like a selfie either. So you want it to be at a good distance that maybe your shoulders are showing in a professional stance. Nothing too relaxed and nothing too sensual. Make sure no one else is in the picture. You want to dress for the position. Not only just dressing for the position, but dress to impress. Dress for the profession that you're trying to attain. And last but not least, show those teeth. Make sure you have a smile in your LinkedIn profile. Okay, guys, this is going to assist you when hiring managers look at your profile. And trust me, they will. As soon as you get the interview, they're going to be looking at your LinkedIn profile to make sure you're a good fit for the company. So again, get your profile pic together, get your LinkedIn profile together in its entirety, and we'll talk more about next steps in the interview process, as well as interview etiquette.